Whoa now. Welcome back. I'm going to continue down this rabbit hole of the 10 traits of the high value man. And today we're going to discuss number 8. According to Lucio, the expert on this, I believe he was actually pretty good at what he was doing. It's too bad that the white men didn't support him, you know what I'm saying? But telling him the truth is not a good business model, you know what I'm saying? That is not a business model. Telling men the truth is not a way to go if you want to do a business. I'm telling you now, you got to lie to men. You know what I'm saying? So Lucio said that number 8 is that the high value man is honest to his own value system. Now, let me say some stuff before we get into this. This is going to actually be the first area that I disagree with Lucio on. And this is going to be the first area where you start seeing the difference between alpha and beta understandings. Now remember, the beta male is not a bad male. It's not a bad position. It's just a beta male, right? No, we got this social stigma that beta male means weak or something. Beta males are not weak, bro. Beta males are not weak. That's like saying that the runner that got silver in the Olympics is slow. You know what I'm saying? That's what that's like saying. Well, the one who came in second is slow. Nah. Beta males are not weak. You know what I'm saying? And for that matter, neither are the Charlies or actually the Gammas, right? They're not necessarily weak either. You got 3 slots up there for a reason. Because all 3 of these men in their own way bring some degree of man to the table. But what makes the alpha different is that he is alpha by universal law, not society. There is nothing society can give you that's going to make you an alpha. And that's the one thing y'all got to understand. There is no attainment that can be acquired to make you an alpha. But there is a spiritual base. There is a value system that you can adopt, that you can embrace, that will make you an alpha. It's not about your looks. It's not about your money. It's not about none of that. It's about what's innately inside of you. And human beings can always grow. Now, I'll be the first to tell you that I don't really believe people change all that much, if change at all, but we can change, and that's the only thing that matters. We don't change because we truthfully, I don't believe people like to change. Most people like the way they are. They just don't like the results that they get from being the way they are. They wish they could change the results. They don't wish they could change who they are or what they are. But if you realize that you're not going to get the results you want being the way you are, you can change. So can a gamma move to beta? Yes. Can a beta move to alpha? Yes. Can an alpha move down to beta? Unlikely. Woo. Now y'all like, but what you mean unlikely, Brother Kush? Because what makes the alpha is a set of ingrained and hard-stamped principles that he just usually don't waver on. That he will usually go to death, go to the grave before he waver on it. What makes him what he is that that's just what he is. So he's not going to ever be reduced to something beneath what he is, because even if he's trying to find a compromise with somebody, say it's a female, say the alpha is trying to compromise with a woman that he's trying to work with because he likes her, he's only going to bend so far before he stands straight back up and tell that hoe she got to go. Straight up. Real talk, bro. He's only going to bend so far before he springboard back up. You got to go. That's it. I done bent as far as I'm going to go. You know what I'm saying? And that's this, it reminded me like one night, bro, in the club. I was probably about 15, right? New Orleans always had like a lot of teen clubs and stuff, bro. And but this wasn't a teen club. It was like they had like a concert going in this club. It wasn't necessarily a teen club, but it was still early in the evening. It was like 8, 9, 10 o'clock, something like that. So we could still get in there. Underage teens could still go in there. But anyway, we was in this club. They had a group performing. And, a dude bumps into me, eyeballs me, look me up and down and all this stuff, I boot him back up, And, me and him, we walking towards each other. And his boy got between us. and sort of was trying to like stop us from fighting, right? Kind of breaking us up, right? But what his boy was doing was he was more pushing me than his friend. He was like pushing me back while his friend was standing behind him like still talking crap, you know what I'm saying? He pushing me back. And when he pushed me, my foot hit they had like 3 stairs. Man, it's crazy how you remember shit like it's yesterday. And my foot hit the stair, hit that first step. And when my foot hit that first step, I realized that this dude had been pushing me for some time while his friend started talking crap. He pushing me, you know what I'm saying? And I just stole on him. The dude that was so-called trying to maintain peace, I stole on him. I hit him first, whack, then I rushed his boy, rah, you know what I'm saying? And right now I'm fighting both of them, and then one of my friends happened to see what's going on. He ran over there and jumped in. Now it's 2-on-2, and we whipped them boys up, you know? But the point is, my friend that jumped in, he dead. In fact, crazy talk, man. It was 5 of us together that night. 3 of them dead. Life can be cruel sometimes, bro. Damn, 3 dead and 1 in the penitentiary doing basically life. Just thought about that. 3 dead and 1 in the penitentiary doing life. He's not gonna get out till he's like 75 years old unless he get out early on parole. So life can be hard sometimes, huh, bro? But the reason why I stole on him is because, see, I was trying to maintain peace. I was letting it go, but I felt like he was being overly aggressive towards me. You know what I'm saying? Why not hold your boy back? Why you keep pushing me as if I'm doing something, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, it's cool, you know, I'm in there trying to get some girls, you know what I'm saying? You know, I'm trying to find me some chicks, you know what I'm saying? So I'm like, it's cool, and I'm trying to walk, you know, but he's steady pushing me, you know what I'm saying? So I stole on him. And that's what I mean by the alpha. You know, the alpha is only going to bend so far, and then he's going to springboard up. Once I springboard back up, I snuck that dude, and I jumped on his board. You know what I'm saying? I got it cranking. Because that's just how we are. What we are is what we are, and that's not going to fold or break or bend or nothing. Now, I done talked 7 minutes already, and I just completely forgot my manners. So let me get on my manners right now. Like the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel. If you've been here multiple times and have not subscribed, I don't know what you're waiting on. Please go ahead and hit that subscribe button and hit that bell icon to receive notification when I drop more videos. You see the donation information up there, you know what I'm saying? I mean, I know right now I'm dropping way too much heat for y'all to want to monetarily support me. That's cool. My job here is to give it to you raw and let you figure it out on your own. You know what I'm saying? That's all I can do. So let's go over here to Lucio. And before we get into Lucio's program, let me show you how Lucio looks. This is Lucio who wrote all this stuff that I'm doing. You see, he's a short, bald man. He's a foreign man. He's not American. And I wouldn't consider him be no weak type dude. You know, his information is pretty sound for the most part. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, to me, I would rank him at beta. I would say he's a beta male. You know, he's short, you know, and everything, but I think he can get girls. I think he has an understanding of women. I think he has an understanding of how things go. So, I mean, I don't have a problem with him. So, I would label him as a beta male. So, number 8. He is honest to his own value system. Now, Lucio say high-quality men don't indiscriminately accept value systems from others. There is no shortage of people telling men how they should behave these days. That is true. Religions, women, mom and dad, MGTOW, red pill, this or that author. High value men listen attentively to them all, but ultimately, they build their own value system and have their own moral compass. That's what they stick to. All of that I have no problem with. I have no problem with nothing he said right there. Here's where you start getting into the crap, right? He said there are different value systems that can make a high value man, high value, excuse me. However, there are a few constraints. Alpha male is different. Oh, Lucio, you're about to mess up because you're not an alpha. I just showed y'all Lucio. See, he's not an alpha. See, now he's about to talk about something that he don't quite understand. See, now he's about to talk beyond his personal experience. First of all, he's not an alpha and he's not American. Because the only real alpha male in the world, to be honest, the most alpha of the alpha males are right here in America, the black American man. So unless you've been around black American men, you don't really have an idea of what a true alpha male is. Now, I know that sounds a little biased. Y'all can get mad at me. I'm just saying that's how I see it. You know what I'm saying? I've been around blacks from other places. I've been around strong blacks from other places. But the blacks in the Americas, I should have said the Americas and West Indies. I should have said it like that. Because not just here in North America. I mean the Americas and West Indies. The blacks on this hemisphere. We are just different. We are cut from a different cloth. I mean, it's clear as day. If you ever been around blacks from all over the world, you can almost tell the ones from this hemisphere from the ones that's not. We are just different, bro. So anyway, he said alpha male is different. He said you could be a piece of shit and be an alpha male, but you can't be a piece of shit and be a high value man. Okay, Lucio. I got a problem with that one. I have a problem with that one. And let me explain why I have a problem with that one. As I say in that pre-intro diatribe, you know what I'm saying? What makes a man an alpha male is just something that's in him. He's not going to waver. You can't be a piece of shit and be an alpha male because alpha males don't carry themselves like that. An alpha male will never take advantage of anybody that's weaker than them. We fight competition. You get what I'm saying? The alpha male is not the man that goes into a place and he looks for the weakest person to pick on. The alpha man is going to go in a spot and he's going to look for the toughest dude in there. And that's who he's going to challenge. Because that's what we do. We have no interest in challenging that which is weaker than us. So we'll never be a piece of shit because we don't abuse things that we see as being less than us. Pieces of crap abuse the weak. They abuse women. They abuse children. Alpha males don't do that, bro. Alpha males protect the weak. They protect women. They protect children. They protect the elderly. An alpha male would never run a con on an elderly woman or elderly couple. I don't believe a beta male would either. Now, I'm not going to speak for Charlie on down. That's why I say personally sub beta. Because under universal law, there's not 3 spots on the podium. There's only 2, alpha and beta. That's your only 2 winners. Alpha first, beta second. There is no third under universal law. And I don't believe a beta would run a scam or a con on an elderly couple. But them sub betas, they would. They'll take them people to the bank. Sub betas would do dirt to people. They lie and cheat to people. They are rotten to the core. These are not characteristics of an alpha male. I think Lucio get the brute mixed up with the alpha. The brute is this wild, aggressive, you know what I'm saying, type of dude, you know what I'm saying, that goes around beating his chest like King Kong and getting in fights and doing all kinds of other stuff. Yeah, he's strong, physically strong, mentally a lot of ways, but he doesn't have the cerebralness of a god. He's not a sphinx. He's an animal. He don't have the lion body with a man's head. He's just a lion. You know what I'm saying? He's just an animal. You know what I'm saying? He's a canine of some kind. You know, he's just a wild animal. And I think Lucio got that mixed up. Those are not the same types of men. The brute, regardless of how strong he is not an alpha. But do you know who's the only man the brute respect? The alpha. Look, I came through the streets, right, through street life. I don't care how wild dudes act. I always said, you know, they had dudes down there that, man, I want to tell some stories, but I got to be careful how I tell these stories. I'm going to skip it. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, it's not the same. You know what I'm saying? It's just not the same. The brute and the alpha is not the same, but the alpha will challenge the brute and put him in place. Because only the alpha can stand up to that brute and correct him. He is the only man that can check that brute. And some betas can too, but the alpha's the only man can check the brew. So the alphas actually maintain peace and order. They can't be pieces of shit because it's just not in the alpha to be that way. You get what I'm saying, people? He's just slightly off about that, you know what I'm saying? So most of the men that I've seen that are pieces of shit are the ones who call themselves high value men. They're rotten to the core. They have no morals. I mean, come on, man. Let's be honest about what we're seeing, people. Let's be honest about what we're seeing. Let's go back over to Lucio. You know, he said, for example, right, high quality men don't get into relationships. Don't get into a relationship if they don't want to sleep. If they want to sleep around, excuse me, my reading is off. Don't get into a relationship if they want to sleep around. Okay, well, you see, the problem with that is the alpha male. The alpha male don't view sleeping around the same as he described. You know, nobody own my body. You know what I'm saying? I don't see, I live how I live. You know what I'm saying? I mean, all I can tell a woman is don't think that you own my dick. That's all I can tell you. Because how I came to, remember, I had a polygynous family. I mean, so what he's describing is just a world that it's off for the alpha. The alpha doesn't view these things the same. And the alpha doesn't mind what women do. Y'all gotta understand, man, unless you reach a certain point with a woman, that woman is free to do whatever she wants to do, and you are free to do whatever you want to do. So, I mean, you should date as many women as you can and let the process work its way out till it's just two of y'all standing by natural design. And one of y'all gonna reach that point before the other. One of y'all gonna get down to where that one is the only one for you, but that one is gonna have three other people still in their life. Be it the man or the woman, you just gotta accept it. If for you, that chick is for you, and she's still dating another dude, you gotta just deal with it until she reached that point where she says, okay, it's just me and you. Same thing, vice versa, you know what I'm saying? If she cuts out all the dudes and she just want you, but you still got 5 other women, she just gotta wait. You know what I'm saying? You gotta just deal with you with the other women until you reach a point, if you reach a point, where you say, okay, boo, it's just me and you. It's just the way it is. So we don't look at that quite the same. You know what I'm saying? We don't look at that quite the same. So I agree with Lucio, you know, in general, but it's a bit different. Next thing he said, the high value man don't promise endless love if he don't plan to stick around. Again, man, alpha males don't even promise nothing. You know what I'm saying? We don't play the heartstrings of women. That's not what we do, bro. We don't play the game of dime wine. You know what I'm saying? That's not what we do. You know what I'm saying? So he got that mixed up. That's for the weak men. See, the weak men got to make promise to women to get women. The strong man ain't got to make no promises like that to get the woman. We don't have to do that because we don't do it because we don't have to do it. Are y'all following me on this? Are y'all following me on this? You know what I'm saying? We don't have to do it. Then he say, if they promise something, they will do their best to make it happen. And if they get into a relationship and promise monogamy, they'll try to stick with it and demand the same thing back. Again, man, you know what I'm saying? We talking, where my cursor at? Again, bro, you know, we talking about apples and oranges here, you know what I'm saying? He said that if they promise something, they will do their best to make it happen. I mean, that's just, see, that's the characteristics of just a man. So the alphas and betas will most likely be those kinds of men. They most likely will be stand-up men, both of them, the alpha and the beta. They will be trustworthy men, the alpha and the beta. You know what I'm saying? Neither the alpha or beta really should be promising women anything. I know the alpha's not gonna be promising nothing. You know what I'm saying? I ain't never promised a woman nothing, man. You know, to be honest, I mean, I never. I never did it. So, I mean, I don't know what he's talking about. I don't promise women nothing dealing with my body. You know what I'm saying? I don't promise that. And he said that if they get into a relationship and promise monogamy, I would never do that. I would never do that. Personally, I would never promise a woman monogamy. And I am not going to demand nothing on it. If she don't move, now look, no man wants a woman, whether you monogamous or not, you know what I'm saying? I mean, let's face it, our natures are different. If a woman think, you know what, Kush, you got multiple women, so I want multiple men. I'm going to tell you, you can have all the men you want, minus me. And I'm going to just walk. I mean, that's it. I'm not going to tell her she don't have a right to be how she is, to do what she do, because she does. But she's just not going to have me in that triangle, in that circle. I won't be a part of that. You know what I'm saying? Because as a man, my women are in my orbit. I am the sun. Now I'm about to get into the teachings of supreme wisdom. Now we about to get into why this is philosophical Friday talk. What y'all have to understand is that the man is the sun. There's a reason why in those old teachings we call the women the earth, right? And we call the man the sun. And we call our wisdom the moon. So when you got a woman, your closest woman to you that reflects your light, you call her the moon. Because she is the one that shines light onto the earth when you are not around, in your absence, right? That is your reflection. So any woman reflecting your light, she is not on the earth, but she is now on your moon. So that's a high compliment. But still, they all revolve around that sun. All revolve around that sun. So what you have to understand is that I can't be monogamous because I am the center of everything. I hold it all in orbit. I can hold many in orbit, but none holds me in orbit. And if I'm not a rightful man, an alpha, then my light gets too weak. My character gets too weak. I can't sustain the orbits of multiple women. I can't do it. So y'all might be saying, well, Kush, you don't have number one wife right now. That's not because I couldn't sustain them. I can get women. There are women that would love to be in a stable, polygynous family. My problem is right now in my life is I don't want it no more. You know what I'm saying? I don't want it more. I don't want to do it no more. I never wanted to do it. I fell into it. I never wanted to do it. And now that it is what it is, look, the other two still talk to me. They still come over. You know what I'm saying? One of them lived, you know what I'm saying, only about 45 minutes from here. I see her a lot. You know, the one that lives back home in New Orleans, when she comes up here, she stops over. She comes through. You know, we go out and stuff. I still have some dealings with these women, but I would never take them back. I would never take them back. One is enough for me. One and done. How they say that? So we are that which stabilize all of the women in our orbit. But in order for us to do that, there is a set of principles. There is a set of goals. There is a moral code, ethics, virtues. There is something that we got to embrace to make us the kinds of men that are able to maintain multiple women. But no alpha male will ever promise a woman monogamy. And that's how you know we don't have a lot of alpha males left. No alpha male will promise a woman monogamy. See, the thing is, there's an old saying that what's understood ain't got to be said. A woman in her rightful nature is monogamous. A man in his rightful nature is not. It just is what it is. And when you're a strong man, when you're an alpha, you don't have to make such promises. Because how you going to keep it? Especially if you're young, how you going to keep it? You don't have to make such promises. So that's the only thing I disagree with Lucio on. You know what I'm saying? Let me scroll through his page and see if there's anything else. No, that's it. That's all he says on that. He got one more thing before he gets to number 9. Let me let y'all see that. He makes one more point before he gets to number 9. You see the last point right here? High quality men can be players or husbands. But if they promise loyalty, they stick to it and demand the same back. Again, same answer. You know, if this was court, it'd be asked and answered. You know what I'm saying? It's not about promising loyalty. An alpha male is loyal by default. Y'all ain't hear me. The alpha male is loyal by default. He don't have to promise anything. He is loyal by default. But loyalty has levels and layers. The same type of loyalty I have to my wife, I'm not going to have to my exes. The same type of loyalty I have to my mom, I'm not going to have to the lady at the corner store. I mean, you get what I'm trying to say? It's levels to this stuff. I'm not going to just meet. Remember when T.I. came online, bro? I wonder if y'all remember this. And this girl in Dallas got beat up by that white boy down there in Deep Ellum. And T.I. took to social media talking about where the gangsters at, where the G's at. Y'all letting these white boys beat up on our black women and all this shit. I mean, T.I. full of shit, bro. I don't give a damn she is black. She's a stranger. You must not know, nigga, that you go to jail for defending women. So when you put yourself out there to physically and violently defend a woman, that woman better be worth it. And I'm sorry, sisters. Y'all not worth it no more as strangers. There was a time where it didn't matter to me if I knew the black woman or not. I was going to come over there and I was going to go hard in the paint for you. I ain't doing it no more. I'm mid-50s. I seen how y'all look at us. Y'all have expressed it for 30-something, 40-something years. Call us everything in the book. Demean and disrespect us every chance you get. I'll be damned if I put my life or freedom on the line for a strange black woman. I ain't doing it. Now, come in here and try to mess with my little sister or something. Try to touch my mom or my aunts or something. Or any of my little female cousins. I'm not even helping them from male cousins. They on their own. You know what I'm saying? Or my daughter. I'm not even helping them for my son. My son's gonna handle their own. You know what I'm saying? You might do better messing with me than my sons. Them niggas is wild. You know what I'm saying? You know? But they're not like I was when I was young. But for their generation, they're kind of wild. You know what I'm saying? But they're not like I was. I was just, you know, I was cut from a different cloth, right? I was a gangster. But, you know, I mean, you try to mess with mine, I will go all the way for mine. I am not going all the way for a stranger. So when I hear these old red pill dudes talking about how women should give submission off top because suppose we go on a date, you know, a man gonna walk you to the door, he gonna make sure you okay and why. Y'all could talk all that shit y'all want to, but if somebody pop out there about to beat that bitch up, you gonna run off. You gonna get on your phone and call the police because you gonna know instinctively you have no idea what this girl's relationship is to this dude because she is a stranger to you. And you gonna think second and third time before you even consider intervening in that to try to help her because you might get dragged into something that might see you have to murk this dude and now they not gonna have no understanding that you was defending her. That work if you white. They not gonna understand that as a black person that you was protecting their mom. They don't care about that. You gonna go to jail, partner. You gonna go to jail. You know what I'm saying? You gonna go to jail. They not gonna give you justifiable. They gonna give you manslaughter. You going to jail. Or worse, that dude get the better of you. And now you going to the grave. Nah, man, we can't do that. So there's layers to when you start talking about things like loyalty, there's layers to loyalty. You know what I'm saying? But this is something that the alpha male understands that Lucio just don't get yet. You know what I'm saying? Maybe one day he'll get it. He don't get it yet. But there's layers to all of this stuff that he's talking about. These are not things that, you know, these words are strong. You know, you start talking about things like loyalty, we got to have a bond. We got to have a connection, man. I'm not going to be loyal to a stranger. I'm not going to cut your throat. You don't have to worry about me doing anything to you or against you because you're a stranger. But you can't depend on me to put myself or my finances at risk for your sake. You can't expect that of me. I'm not gonna do it. And I'm telling you straight up, I'm not gonna do it. I'm just not gonna do it. So that's the difference between the alpha male understanding and the beta male understanding. But I do agree with Lucio overall. A high value man is true to his own value system. You know what I'm saying? You have to have a code. And that's something you have heard me say on my videos since day one. Since the day I started the channel, I kept saying that a man has to have a code. And once you develop your code, you stick to it. And the thing about the alpha male is that he is like that by default. He's like that by default. And his code is never going to include hurting somebody lesser than him, taking advantage of women, beating on women, taking advantage of children. That's not going to be in his code. The alpha male, if he got something on his mind, he gonna go fight a man that's his size. That's what he gonna go do. If he got beef, he gonna handle that with an equal. That's just what alphas do, man. Alpha males are not cowards. Cowards beat on the weak. Alphas fight other men. I'm gonna leave it at that. You know what I'm saying? Woo, man. You know what I'm saying? Deep as you, just a deep topic. Deep YouTube channel, you know what I'm saying? On that note, man, look, again, like the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel, hit that bell icon to receive notifications when I drop more heat. And I'll see you on the next one, man. I'm Brother Kush, a.k.a. the Black Alpha. Muscle on.